Hello everyone, welcome to today's One Card Wonder Wednesday. It's me, Valerie, and this is, oh my goodness, now it's got a lot to do apparently on my iPad because I changed my password yesterday, so I guess it's not letting me log on. There we go, because it's my first time logging back on. Anyway, got that done. So now I can see my video because I want to make sure you all can see everything that I'm showing you. This cord is hanging down a little bit here. So today we're going to use the Memorable Mosaic. It is part of the Mosaic Mood Suite, which is in the annual catalog. I wasn't sure how I wanted to use it today, but I came up with a fantastic idea and I hope you like it. We're going to use this Sending All Happy Wishes Your Way and just this tiny little flower. Now I debated using this mosaic circle one or actually this little mosaic pattern here, but I decided just to use this tiny little one for the inside of the card. And to go along with this, the Timeless Label Punch is perfect. I'm going to try to look through my phone here at the top so I can see if you can see the shape of that. Fits perfectly around this sentiment, which is great. And that comes in the suite, or if you just buy the bundle, you would just get the stamp set and this, but the suite includes the paper, some little jewels, ribbon, and also a mosaic embossing folder. But real quick, I'm just going to show you the paper. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So this paper, and I'm going to try to move it so you can see it has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you're live. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it on one side, and then when you flip it over, these are just regular. They're flat. There's no texture or that little embossing to it. Oh my goodness, I need to take a drink. Hi Melanie, how are you? Sorry, I keep coughing in your ear. Okay, hopefully that'll help. So today, this is the card we're going to make today. Isn't this fantastic? Kind of just break up that paper just a little bit. And then we've got the little floral stamp on the inside. Like if you're making it for a guy, I would probably use maybe one of those other little, like maybe this little mosaic if you want something on the inside. Because that's the thing this year for me. No naked insides on my cards. So I'm just going to set that aside and we'll get started real quick. So this is terracotta tile cardstock, and you just cut your card, score it, and fold it in half. Once you have it folded, all you're going to do is you're going to cut strips of champagne foil sheets. They kind of look silver on camera, but they are a champagne color. And you'll cut 3 of those, and you'll also cut 3 from your designer series paper, and you kind of want to layer them so they line up. So I'm going to switch those around so they'll line up. So then when you put it on your card, that'll be the order they go in. This will be the one on the left. And all I'm going to do is just adhere those to those champagne strips and just get them as centered as you possibly can without sticking them down ahead of time. Oh my goodness. I'm looking like a real dork tonight. But I'm really not a dork, I swear. I'm just looking like one. First I can't stop coughing, now I'm sticking my paper down before I need to. Hi Meg, how are you? Get the center one ready. I mean, literally this is basically the hardest part of the entire card. It's such a simple card to make. It doesn't take a lot of paper. It doesn't take a lot of embellishments or anything like that. So that's what I like about it. So you don't necessarily have to buy the entire suite unless you really want all of the items in the suite. You can just buy the bundle and buy the paper. And if you already have, it doesn't even have to be champagne foil. You could just do another color cardstock behind it. Now that we have those ready, we'll just go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of them. And for this card, I thought about just putting in the center, you know, like 1, 2, 3, but I just felt like it wasn't gonna hold it enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then a couple in the middle, just because I don't want them sagging. Hi Laura, hi Fran, how are you? Glad to see you watching. Do any of you have this paper, this Mosaic Specialty Designer Series paper? Because I feel like, hopefully I showed it good enough on camera. It's hard to photograph, so when I tried to photograph my card earlier, you can't see that shimmer that it has from that embossing that's on there. It's just a clear embossing over the color, and it just gives it a mosaic tile feel and look, but it's hard to see it unless it's in person. So if you have it, just verify what I'm saying, please. This is gorgeous paper. It's really pretty. I've seen some really pretty cards done with it where people have cut out on the other sheets of paper the hummingbirds. Those are really pretty with the roses cut out. Oh, Fran says she has a little bit of it. Do you like it, Fran? I think it's really pretty. It's one of those that, again, until you see it in person and you have it in hand, you don't realize how gorgeous it is. So hopefully I was able to show it a little bit when I was having my coughing fit at the beginning of the video, which is always fantastic. So since I know this is my left piece, my center piece, and my right piece, I'm gonna put the center piece on first, because that way it's easier to get everything centered. And hopefully I didn't put that on crooked. It looks okay from here. Let's see once we get this one on here. Perfect. When I made my card earlier, I had it just a little bit crooked. There, perfect, right? I mean, super simple, super easy to get done. No problems. So just take some very vanilla cardstock, and you're gonna stamp using terracotta tile ink. That is the color of the cardstock. This is one of the new in colors. It is gorgeous. And at first I thought, oh, is it kind of close to Calypso Coral and Cajun Craze maybe? But it's not really. It's just kind of an in-between. It really does look like terracotta, just like if you went and bought a terracotta pot to plant some flowers in. It's really that color. It's gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? And what I like about this sentiment is that it still has that, whoops, tile look to it. Hopefully I've got that on camera so you can see it, because it's always a couple seconds after before I can see. But it reminds me of a marquee, even though it is mosaic. Okay, so another fabulous thing about this punch and this stamp is instead of leaving a border around it, you get just your ink color, because it comes right up to the edge. As you can see, I left that there. But because for this card I want some of that edge, I'm gonna punch another one. And then I'm also gonna punch a piece of the champagne foil with this punch. This is the Timeless Label punch. This is what comes in the bundle or the suite, depending on which you buy. And I'm gonna take both of these and I'm just going to cut them in half, because I kind of want a little bit of a frame around this, but I don't want another shape. I want this same shape. The punch is Timeless Label, Kathy. And these don't, obviously these don't have to be perfect. Once you get a little bit of adhesive on the back, you're just going to adhere that on there. You can see now with my hand in the background where it's at, because you just want a little bit coming off from the top and the bottom. And you don't even know that it wasn't an even cut to begin with. And do the same, just put a little bit more adhesive, and we'll do the same with the champagne foil sheets. We're just gonna put it right at the top and at the bottom, and it kind of frames it out, and then you've got like this, basically I call it a triple layer, because you got your first layer where you stamped, and then you got 2 more layers of this same punch in the background. Isn't that perfect? And then we need a piece of very vanilla cardstock that apparently I don't have sitting here, but it is going to be cut real quick. We'll go ahead and get it cut. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with that punch. And it's not the, it's my favorite punch. You know which one that is, the Banner Triple Punch. So once you've got your piece of very vanilla cut, you're going to put it in, but you're not going to put it all the way to the end. You just want to put it just literally to the tip of your paper there, just so you get that little tiny triangle off from it, because you want all the length that's on here. You don't want to give that up. You want it to be able to poke out from behind your sentiment. And then do the same with the other end. And then I also have a piece of the champagne foil, just a really skinny strip. Now this one you're going to put all the way to the end because I cut it a little bit longer because it makes it easier to center it for a tiny piece like this if you can go all the way to the end. And then you've got that nice little banner at the end of this one. This literally is the punch I use the most because I can use it on all different occasion cards, and it's perfect. It adds just a little bit something that you want. So I'm just gonna put it right here on this banner. Put a little bit of adhesive on the back of it. You could use glue if you want to as well. For me, the snail is quick and easy. I'm just gonna put a little strip across that. We are going to go ahead and just hook this on the back so that pokes out from behind. Try to get it as even as you possibly can. I mean, it doesn't have to be even, but try. And put a couple of dimensionals on the back of it. And if you have pieces left over like I do, if you just cut them a little longer, then they can go over top of, fit over top of that skinny banner plus that other banner a little bit and kind of hold them on, which is fantastic. And then I just put it toward the bottom, but I centered it. And that's pretty much it for the outside. For the inside, we are just gonna take this little flower. I'm gonna stamp that on the inside corner just so we have something on there. Give it a second to dry while I'm closing this. We'll put some adhesive on the back of it, put it inside the cart, and then it's pretty much done. I mean, this is a quick, easy layout that you can use for just about any kind of card. I don't think there's any kind of card it wouldn't work with because you can choose whatever designer series paper you want. You don't have to have a foil sheet behind it. You can use cardstock behind it. I am going to post all of the measurements and everything on my blog, and I'll put a link on here after I get my video downloaded. So then you can go to my blog, get all the measurements that you need, use it for any type of card that you want to use it for. But you will have the measurements and you can do pretty much anything you want to with it. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next week for One Card Wonder Wednesday again. Bye.